Morning to all of you, dear students. Today we will discuss the sword of Tipu Sultan and Buddhist steel. As we know that we begin the story of Indian steel and iron metallurgy by recounting the famous story of Tipu Sultan, who ruled Mysore till 1799. And after 1799, there is a before 1799 there are four wars with the British and died fighting with his sword in his hand. So basically, what is the main important thing in the Tipu Sultan sword. So basically, this is made of a quality of sword come from a special type of high carbon steel called wood. Okay, so basically जो टीपू सुल्तान की जो sword थी, this is the quality of sword come from special type of high carbon steel called wood. ठीक है, तो उसे wood steel कहते हैं. So that's why this was very famous. And wood steel, so जो wood steel है जो see that this was very this pattern came from a very small carbon crystal embedded in the iron. So iron पे एक बहुत ही small carbon crystals जो हैं उसमें embedded हैं. So that's why this sword was very famous. And basically Francis Buchanan, who told through Mysore in 1800. So a year after Tipu Sultan death, has left as an account of the technique by which wood steel was produced in many hundred of smelting furnaces in Mysore. And in these furnaces, because there are many furnaces in the Mysore, and there is a iron smelting furnaces basically. और ये जो सॉर्ट्स थी, ठीक है, वो इसलिए ही इसमें ये इसलिए फेमस थी. ओके, so now Indian wood still fascinated European scientist Michael Faraday. Okay, yeah, it is very important because we have discussed in a live class also कि Michael Faraday, the legendary scientist एंड डिस्कवर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिज्म, जिन्होंने क्या किया था, डिस्कवर किया था, स्पेंड 4 years स्टडिंग द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ इंडियन वुड्स. ठीक है, तो 4 साल के इंडियन वुड्स के लिए 1818 to 1822 ही वॉज स्टडिंग 4 years the property of Indian wood steel, and the wood steel making process, which was so widely known in South India, was completely lost by the mid 19th century. So basically, this was what in a medieval time, that we will not in a modern time of India, that wood steel is very famous at that time. And 4 years, and imagine in this one ki this the legendary scientist Michael Faraday were study about the wood steel of India, for spent 4 years studying. And it means it was very famous. Abundant finance in villages. So basically, production of wood steel required a highly specialized technique of refining iron, but iron smelting in India was extremely common till the end of 19th century. Bihar and Central India, in a particular, ठीक है, बिहार और सेंट्रल इंडिया, ठीक है, every district had smelters that used local deposits of ore to produce iron, which was widely used for the manufacture of implement and tools of daily use. So basically, the furnaces were most often built the clay and sun-dried bricks. So basically, this was made by this sun-dried bricks, and the furnace as well as. So this is the iron smelting. They are iron smelters, and this was furnace. Okay. So by the late 19th century, however, the craft of iron smelting was in decline. In most villages, furnaces fell into disuse, and the amount of iron produced came down. Why was this so? One reason was the new forest laws that you have read, that we have discussed. The new forest laws से क्या हुआ था, that the colonial government prevented people from entering the reserve forest. So there is a क्या iron smelted find how could the iron smelters find wood for charcoal? Because the ban by the uh, because of keeping the ban by the Britishers. So basically they are helpless, they are helpless to what to they did not they haven't what wooden or charcoal which they brought from the forest. Okay, so this was the main issue. तो आयरन स्मेल्टर्स ने ये चीज़ें देखी थी, आयरन एंड स्टील फैक्ट्री कम अप इन इंडिया. So basically the year of 1904. Okay, so in hot month of April, Charles Weld, ठीक है, and an American geologist हैं, and Dorabji Tata. So the eldest son of Jamshedji Tata were traveling in Chhattisgarh in search of iron and iron ore deposits. So they had spent many months or a costly venture looking of source of good iron ore, but they have not find. So one day, after traveling for many hours in the forest, Weld and Dorabji came upon a small village and found a group of men and women carrying basket loads of iron ore. So basically, this is what keep one day when they were traveling to into the forest. So basically, Dorabji and Weld come up upon a small village and found a group men where they were brought the iron ore from their into their basket, and Weld and Dorabji reached the hill after an existing trek through dense forest. On exploring the hill, the geologists declared that they had last found what they had been looking for. It means iron ore. Last time they finally got iron ore, and but there was a problem because this was the this was the dry region. So basically this is the main region, and the Tatas had to continue their search for a more suitable place to set up their factory, because इसके लिए क्या चाहिए factory चाहिए, we have discussed in a geography chapter. And a few years later, area of forest was cleared on the bank of the river Subarnarekha. Okay, it is important. Subarnarekha river के nearby the Subarnarekha river, they were set up a industry. Tisco was the first set of uh, Tata Iron and Steel Company. Okay, was set up an opportune time. Although all through the late 19th century, India was importing steel that was manufactured in Britain. Okay, so this is what that Tata iron steel industry was export the things in 1914 World War, as well as okay, and after 19% of steel manufactured by Tisco. Okay, over time Tisco become the biggest steel industry within the British Empire. Got it? In case of iron and steel, as in the case of the cotton textile, industrial expansion occurred only when British imports into India declined and market for Indian industrial goods increased. So basically, what when in India in earlier 18th century, I'm sorry, 19th century. So basically, there is many industries were built. So basically, this happened during the First World War, and after, as the nationalist movement developed and the industrial class became stronger, the demand of government protection became louder, struggling to retain its control over India, and the British government uh, cons- uh, had to set the many of these demands in last decades of colonial rule. Okay, so this is what key Britishers also imported the this iron and steel and other textile from the India. Okay, so this is the end of the video, and this is the end of the chapter also. So please read the chapters thoroughly, and please see the video. Okay, goodbye. Have a good day to all of you.